Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to Vacation Bible School 2020 Concretes and Cranes. I am Miss Cecilia, and this week we have learned exciting things about Jesus and ways to listen and how he loves us. This week we have learned that Jesus chooses to love us, and we learned that in our story about Matthew, the tax collector, who collected taxes and money from people for things they owned. And sometimes he collected more money because he wasn't very honest. But Jesus chose to love him. And Jesus wanted people to understand that he could love us no matter what. And the next story we learned that Jesus loves us no matter what. That was the story of Paul, who was locking up the Christians who served Jesus because he didn't like him. And, on his way, he was struck blind. And Jesus talked to him and told him that he needed to help the Christians, not lock them up. And that's how Jesus shows us that he loves us no matter what we do. When we do wrong or anything, he still loves us. Jesus has a plan for us. Was the story about Jesus who was praying to God about in Gethsemane when he wanted when he was getting ready to be crucified, and how he wanted the disciples to pray, but they were asleep. But he said that God had a plan for him and he was going to wait on God. And that showed us that Jesus has a plan for our life. No matter what it was, we just have to wait. And Jesus will always be with us. Was the story about where Jesus made a promise that if he leaves us, he'll come back. Today we're going to learn about Jesus helps me know how to live. Our Bible verse this week comes from Philippians 1:6. I know God started a good work in me, and he will complete it. Philippians 1:6. Again, our Bible verse this week has been, I know God started a good work in me, and he will complete it. Philippians 1:6. Today, our story is about the house on the rock. Our story this week's today is found in Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 through 29. One day, crowds of people gathered to hear Jesus teach. When he saw the people, he went up on the mount and sat down. His disciples came near, and Jesus taught them. Jesus taught a lesson. People who hear what I say, believe and obey, will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came, the storms rose, and the winds blew hard against the house. But the house didn't fall, because it was built on the solid foundation. But people who hear my words and don't pay attention to them are like the foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain came, the rivers rose, and the winds blew hard against the house. Then the house fell down with a big crash. Jesus taught this lesson to help us understand that God will help us know how to live. So Jesus is telling people how to live, how we need to listen and obey and believe what he said, and then we'll be like wise men who will grow and learn, and not to be like the foolish man who built his house on the sand and it crumbled when the rains hit and the storms fell. So the lesson we're learning today is Jesus helps me know how to live. And in his word, in the Bible, he tells us how to live and things that we should do to follow him. He always leads us in the right direction. We just have to believe, obey, and listen. We have to listen to what he says and obey and believe that Jesus knows what's best for us. Thank you for watching our videos this week for Vacation Bible School 2020 Concretes and Cranes. We look forward to seeing how you enjoyed it. We have enjoyed every minute. Thank you.